Hello and welcome once again. We begin tonight with a screening of presidential media rate Loretta Onochie, who is denying that she is a member of the All Progressives Congress. This was her position before the Senate Committee of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, which is considering her nomination for the position of INEC National Commissioner. Arise political editor Samna Sambo reports.
Let's put her. She should take an oath because it will help us in our decision.
Loretta Onochie's nomination has received wide condemnation from the public over her alleged partisanship and membership of the governing All Progressives Congress, thereby leading to tons of petitions against her to the National Assembly. But at this screening before the Senate Committee on INEC, Onochie categorically denied any membership of the APC and debunked any partisanship despite petitions against her before the committee.
Are you a member of any political party as present?
I am not. Since 2019, when President Muhammadu Buhari won his second term, I have removed myself from anything political, not even anticipating that I will be here today defending my nomination to INEC. It was never in my, I never envisaged it, but here I am.
But some senators will take none of that, as they insisted that Onochie must be put on oath before the public can believe her. This led to huge disagreements among the lawmakers.
My only request, sir, will be that Madam Onochie be placed on oath to repeat what she said as to whether or not she's a member of a political party.
He will only put somebody on oath in a committee if we were having it. If there was an investigation. We are not investigating. This is not an investigative hearing.
She knows the meaning of taking an oath. It's just to confirm for the committee that we can take to bank what she said, that she is not a member of a political party. We are not in any way trying her.
There's no provision whatsoever in our rule that asks you to put a nominee on oath. That's totally unacceptable. It's not even in our rules. I mean, that makes us rather primitive.
The committee later resolved that she should not take the oath. Some senators were taken aback, especially after a court affidavit surfaced where Onochie categorically wrote a court stating that she is a member of the ruling APC.
When APC decided to do a proper registration of their members and to revalidate their membership, I did not take part in that exercise. So as I'm sitting down here, I am not a member of any political party in this country.
Despite the observations by senators, Onochie insisted that she stopped being a member of the ruling All Progressives Congress immediately after the 2019 elections. The committee then adjourned hearing to compile its report and present it to the Senate at plenary some other time. Onochie's nomination had sparked an outrage from the opposition and civil society groups, with PDP leaders staging a peaceful protest at the National Assembly complex to demand her rejection as INEC National Commissioner nominee. Samna Sambo, Arise News.
Well, thank you, Somna, for that report. Well, we're now being joined by a senior program officer at the Center for Democracy and Development, Austin Aigbe. And of course, CDD is part of the CSOs are actually rejecting the nomination of Loretta Onochie. Austin, thank you so much for being here. And of course, let's start with the fact that despite all of, the pressure from the CSOs and even the opposition political parties, today she's actually saying she's not a member of the APC. Would you say this is a force about nothing, or at least she says she's no longer a member?
Thank you, and thank you for having me. We need to look at usually antecedent. You have to look at the person of Loretta Onochie. Loretta Onochie is used to passing false information. So one of these is one of the false information, very strong false information. June the 20th, 2020, Onochie wrote in her Twitter handle, and I read, "There is definitely an APC INEC meeting tomorrow. We are going through a growth process. Thank you, everyone," at Twitter handle. She claimed before the Senate that she resigned 2019. And this same person, almost a year after, claiming that we, who are the we? The we connote APC because she said there is definitely an APC INEC meeting tomorrow. And she claimed in that tweet that we are going through growth process. Thank you, everyone. We. So the person tweeting is like you are as a staff of Arise Television. When you represent, you say, at Arise, we are promoting governance structure and all of that. That makes sense because you belong to the category. So when Madam Onochie will argue that she did not revalidate, however, if she did not revalidate her membership, but a year after she claimed to be a member of APC by that tweet, let alone the court affidavit, apparently she knew that the court affidavit because it was already in the public domain.
Let's comment there. I have an information that APC in Delta, where she's from the word to the local, to the state and national level, have written to the INEC that she's not a card-carrying member of the party.
What do you expect from the APC? They want one of theirs to be in INEC. They know what the kind of job she could do. You're not going to expect the APC
at the basis of allegations.
Okay.
When you start saying, you know, that's not. Just argue your point, but not saying you know the kind of job she's going to do. What kind of job? I think we should be very careful.
Okay, so why would APC write?
They're right. I'm just telling you what they said, that she's not a member of their party at the ward, at the state, at the national level. That's what the party wrote.
That's what I'm asking. What do you expect the APC to write? To claim that she's their member when they know that Madam Onochie, you are going to the Senate to claim that you are not a member. Would you expect the APC to counter that publicly?
It will be your word.
Austin, can the CSOs that are kicking against her nomination and also even confirmation, can you prove that she is still a card-carrying member, contrary to what the APC in her word is saying?
That's the point.
So the question, see, when you look at, it's not just being a member of a party. Partisanship doesn't require you to even be a member of a party. When you are partisan, it's clear that you've got some very strong alliances with political participation. So in any case, even though, like I said at some point, even on this channel, that even though Madam Onochie comes out tomorrow to say she's not a member of the APC, it's not even an issue. Because we know there are other issues that conflict our nomination. Like for example, Madam Onochie is from Delta State.
Good. Let me chip in. I was expecting that. And see, some claim that even on the basis of representation of states, that she doesn't qualify. But she's debunked that by saying that May Abamuche, who is from Delta State, is actually representing Cross River State as a commissioner on the board of INEC.
No. You Google INEC and check where May is from. It's from Delta.
She's from Delta, but she's representing Cross River State.
It would not be on INEC portal at Delta State. It is on INEC portal, and the nomination that nominated May, the nomination was Delta State. Again, you see the falsehood. So the question is, she's trying to counter some of this narrative in the public. All of the petition that has gone in. And she's ready, which is good. I mean, again, you want to become your nomination is so strong and you want to be on the INEC commission, which is okay. I mean, she's got all of the opportunity to counter because she's adequately read all of the things in that public domain, Premier Times, CDD, Situation Room, and all of the actors that, including the political party who went demonstrating, she already have an idea. So again, when you are going to the National Assembly, of course you should know, and people listening should know or knows, when you are going before the National Assembly, you are adequately prepared. Prepared in the term that questions like this are going to come. So these are your entry point. It's going to come like this. So we need to tie up APC side of Delta. So we have to withdraw. Tear all the papers that relate to you. So you are asking a question about how do we verify? We are not APC. We know by the comment she makes publicly, we tie it up.
So what you're saying in essence is it's beyond if she's a member of the APC.
It goes beyond that.
Perception and for the fact that she works for the APC-led administration. So that is your point. But just let's just assume now, looking forward, because we've seen her go through that process, and it's almost looking like she might get confirmed by the National Assembly. So what are the options available to the CSOs and those who are criticizing her nomination?
I mean, before I go to the option, of course, there's an option. Some civil society organization has gone to court. A few hours ago, about 5 p.m. today, Onochie posted some very strong political comment on one of the WhatsApp group, still promoting political agenda. So that's one.
She's a personal assistant to the president at the end of the day.
Partisanship. Stay with partisanship. Let's play low, because I know the people who asked those questions specifically knew she was going to counter the narrative of being a political party member. But the word partisanship is standalone. If you look at the partisanship standalone, you are not. So, for example, you could claim you are a media professional, and although you can not go out and say, no, I don't work for Arise, but I'm a media professional. So when the accusation is on media, whether you work for Arise or you are out of Arise, you have that relationship.
But isn't this a question of we're trying to throw points? Isn't it a question of, if she says, even the court, if she says she's not this, I mean, we know the story of Kemi Adeoshi, for example.
Yes.
If she says she's not this, is the onus not on the CSOs and the opposition parties to prove otherwise?
There's a court document, fact-checked at the Federal Court, which is, of course, denied. But that court document, has she written back to the court to withdraw that nomination, that affidavit, that I stopped being a member of the APC?
She said she stopped being a member.
Did she write to the court? Did she write to the court? There's a court document.
The court will decide that.
Yes, of course. Of course, the court will. Now, that's what I'm saying, that the certain civil society organization had appeared before the court to do that. Again, for me, it goes beyond just looking at all of that. President Buhari said to us that was going to give us an electoral regime that is devoid of any of this manipulation. Of course, what we see is not one of those. We feel that President Buhari still have the honors, particularly the Senate, particularly the committee. Today, you have the honors to give us a regime that is free, fair, and credible. Let me tell you what's going to happen in the future. You are creating a scenario. Today is APC. What's going to happen tomorrow, next tomorrow, 10 years from now? So when you again come back, having set the record that anybody can be appointed to INEC, then the real credibility of INEC as an institution that has built an edge of trust from the citizenry, you are not going to complain tomorrow because you started it. The senators have the models at this point in time to think that it's not about them. It's about the system Nigeria. And they got the honors to quickly do the needful. President Buhari can give Madam Onochie the MPA. I mean, MPA right now is, juicy political position that Mr. President can give to Onochie. Thank you so much.
Austin Aigbe from the CDD, thank you so much for joining us tonight on the program.
Yeah, thank you indeed.